Welcome back to another episode of Elevate with CJ. I'm your host CJ, and today I want to talk about the good old subject of tariffs. And so this morning I was flipping through the channels and I heard somebody giving some business advice to a lady who owns a company called Threads. It's a boutique style shop. She sells clothing. It sounded like her primary focus was on mother-daughter combinations that come into her store and shop and buy clothes. And what she does is she specializes in creating outfits for the mother and daughter combo. And it seems like a really neat store. She's been in business for 11 years, so that means that she survived through the COVID session. And she was on this news show, little hokey news show this morning, and the anchor of the news show was giving her business advice. And so she's been in business for 11 years, she knows what her niche is, and he's asking her, well, have you explored trying to use social media to expand your business in these times with the potential of tariffs going up? And she's just kind of looking at him like, dude, yeah, I do social media. And so you could tell her genuine concern was about the tariffs. And so he was giving her advice like, oh, you need to use GoDaddy AI and this, that, and the other. The guy is way out of his lane. He was obviously has never been a business owner. If he was, there's a reason he's a news anchor now. So I was thinking about my clients and bad business advices and taking bad business advice from somebody who's never been there and done that is probably worse than no advice at all. But what I would like to encourage you is if you're in the same shape as this lady, and I think she was genuinely concerned about the tariffs affecting her business, that she may have to raise up her prices by 25% if that's what the going rate is. Everybody's talking about that number in the tariffs. And she's worried about that and genuinely concerned how that's going to affect her customers and her clientele. But what I would like to encourage that lady, and maybe you know her and you can get this message to her, this video to her. She owns a company called Threads, it's a little boutique store. I don't know where she's located at, but what I would encourage her to do is go back to her value, the value that she provides to her customers. And I imagine from just watching the show for just a little bit, is that she specializes in building outfits for customers from head to toe. And that's a specialty niche market inside of the clothing industry. A lot of people, they'll go to the big brand stores, the Dillard's, the Macy's, the what else is out there? Ross, Dress for Less, TJ Maxx. Those stores sell on volume. They're not really going to help you out with building an outfit. That's not what their specialty is. Whereas this lady needs to go back to her value. What her value sell is that, hey, I have the knowledge to put an outfit together. I'm going to charge you X amount of dollars for that knowledge because she has the experience, she has the knowledge, she's been there for 11 years, and she can supply a product to a customer. And so she's not trying to sell on volume. And I think that the whole thing with the tariffs has scared her so much is because she thinks she's going to lose volume, but she might end up with a better quality client. The people that may be shopping her store on price is probably not the client that she really needs to focus on. She needs to focus more on the client that she's providing value to, because they'll spend more money because she'll be able to spend more time with those individuals. And so if you're out there and you have a business and you're worried about these tariffs and you've been in business for any length of time, so if you're just starting up, absolutely, and you're trying to compete on price, I understand that. But if you've been in business for over 5 years, especially with the last 5 years being the COVID years, then if you've never added value to your customers, yes, your business is going to struggle during this time. It's not impossible, but what you need to find out is what is valuable to your clients. Whether that's doing email surveys, just asking them flat out, hey, what brought you in today? How did you hear about us? What did we do good? What did we do wrong? Could you write us a Google review? What would you say if you wrote us a Google review? Those types of questions and getting into the customer's mind and understanding why they came to you to buy the products and services from you, that is crucial in business. And so if you're not getting any feedback from your customers, if you're not asking them why they're buying the stuff, and you haven't figured that out, that is the first step that you've got to figure out. Even if you've been in business for 11 years, you still have to go back and figure out why my customers keep coming back to me or why they come in the door in the first place. So if you're running a business that is phone operated or internet operated, same thing. If you're selling on Amazon, same thing. I get those surveys. I never fill them out, but I still get the surveys from when I buy certain products on Amazon where they're asking me questions on how did I do this and how did I do that. And I know that I just said I never fill them out, but there are people that will fill them out. And it's usually the person that was disappointed in the product. If I have no reason to complain about anything, I'm not going to waste my time on a survey. But if I have a reason to complain, I'm going to fill out the survey. But that survey is not to make you feel bad. The reason that you have the survey is there's a disappointed client on the other end, and you need to know why they're disappointed. Maybe there was an error in the shipping address. Maybe there was something that was filled out correctly. Maybe the product didn't meet the needs of the customer. It was sold incorrectly. And so if you know that, you can avoid those situations in the future, and then you can take a client like me and add to and enhance the experience that I have when I purchase your product. So if you're selling on price, you're selling the wrong way. So if you're playing the volume game, you're going to lose. The reason you're going to lose is because the Amazons and the Walmarts are going to beat you all day long because they have unlimited resources. They're going to continue to outbuy you. Matter of fact, one of the things worked in a hydraulic pneumatic cylinder company. We resold hydraulic and pneumatic cylinders, and we wouldn't do business with the big energy companies like CenterPoint, NRG, those companies here in Houston. We wouldn't do business with them because they would never pay us. It would be 90, 120 days before they would pay us, and we'd have to fight to get the money. And they were always like, "Oh, well, we're too big. We got a bunch of money." Blah, blah, blah. No, they were using our resources and our money to keep funding their business. And that's what Walmart's business model is. It's buying in volume, buying in bulk. They buy the 20 pallets of Kraft macaroni and cheese that Kraft really wants to sell to them, let's say for $2, but they get it for $1.29, sell it to the customers for $1.30, and they don't pay Kraft macaroni and cheese for 300 days. So they basically are out of no money whatsoever other than maybe some transportation, but it's a volume business. And you cannot compete with that as a small business owner. So you've got to think about what the value is of your product or the service that you're providing. Am I saving my client times? Am I enhancing their experience? Am I entertaining them? Or are they being educated? Have they learned something from me? What is attracting your clients? What is the value that you're trying to present to your clients? And you need to get away from the news. The news is a huge distraction. I would encourage you today, if you are hung up on this stupid tariff stuff, quit worrying about it. It's out of your control anyway. It doesn't matter. It's something that 500 years, I guarantee you, by the beginning of next year, they're not talking about tariffs anymore. Matter of fact, I guarantee you 6 months from now, they're probably not talking about tariffs anymore. And today is April 4th of 2025. So if they are talking about it, hit me up. Hit me up in the comments, all right? 6 months from now. The media just attracts attention, and that's what you do as a business owner. You're trying to attract attention so that you get more people looking at your business. The media is just trying to attract attention. That's what they do. And that's what we do as business owners. We put stuff out there to attract attention because we can't sell anything unless we get eyeballs on our product or service. So I'm just going to end there today. I want you to quit worrying about that. Focus on your business. Don't focus on what's going on around you. Focus on your business today. Get the things done that need to get done. Put in the work. Go out and sell your service and your product. Find the value of your product and service and sell that. If you don't know what that is, figure that out. I'm done for the day. I hope you have an awesome weekend. We'll see you next week. If you found value in this content, please share it with somebody that needs it. Please like and subscribe. Let's elevate together. Elevate with CJ.